The best Philippine bank stocks to buy in 2026 is my topic for today's video, and for that we've got another reaction video. Intelligent Investing with April Tan. React tayo sa discussion ng mga professionals. Ano yung opinion nila sa banking sector? But before that, quick update muna tayo sa ating stock market. So, December. Ano yung December rally natin? Ha? Medyo, nagtatalo pa pero lumalaban eh. Okay? So, year to date, we're still in the red. Ayan, negative 7%. The US market, still doing pretty good. Ayan, 15%. S&P, Nasdaq, 19%. International, 28%. Emerging market, medyo nag-retreat sila pero bull run pa rin, no? 27%. Southeast Asia, 15%. Total world, 19%. So, walang mali, no? Sa global market. Philippine stock market lang yung mali, okay? However, my personal dividend retirement portfolio is still in the green and still massively outperforming PSEI and the US market this year. 24.36% year to date. I think may mga paparating pa akong konting dividends, and maybe baka may ulit pang upside, no? Baka may biglang pitikin dyan sa hawak ko that could drive a little bit more upside bago mag-end yung 2025. And nasa record breaking na ulit yung portfolio ko, no? Before yung collapse ng PSE na to, nasa 23% yung portfolio ko. Before siya lumagapak, around 17% during this low. 17% year to date, ngayon naka-recover na siya 24.36 to a new all-time high. And if you want exclusive investing related contents in the Philippine stock market, check the pinned comment. Ngayon, balik na ako on this video na magre-react ako today. So, panoorin niyo yan on their channel. Check tayo sa mga professionals, ano yung tingin nila sa banking sector. And ako, the usual thing, re-react na lang ako sa mga different slides nila. Okay? So, question dito, if you had to summarize the 3Q 2025 banking results in one sentence, what's the main story? Actually, sama ko na yung yung previous quarter, no? Year to date, no? The biggest story is madaming bangko yung nag-slow down, especially yung mga malalaki, no? Like BDO and BPI. Kaya may correction sa kanilang price action because of that slowdown, kasi during this high na-trade sila at premium price to book. So ba't ganon? Kasi nag-grow sila ng mabilis. Ngayon, kapag nag-slow growth na sila, natural lang, tanggalin mo yung premium na yon. Therefore, supposed to be, dapat mas matrade sila at lower premium. Pero, etong correction na to, I think hindi ba to sapat, no? Hindi pa dito nagre-reflect yung slower growth nila, okay? I think mas mababa pa dapat yung paglakabak nung dalawang to. However, siguro baka nakita ng investor na mag-accelerate sila ulit, no? Baka 2026. So, kung hindi mangyari yung re-acceleration nila ng 2026, I think mas lalagapak to. Especially BPI, ito yung most expensive bank right now na nandyan sa main index. Kasi siya naman yung mabilis yung growth, and I think mataas din yung kanyang ROE. Kaya siya binibigyan ng premium. However, nag-slow down nga ito eh. Ha? So, yung mabibili na ito ngayon, magpapakiramdaman sila ng 2026. So, kapag hindi mag-reaccelerate to ng 2026, I think sa-sell down to. Okay? However, Metrobank, yung growth niya dati, yun pa rin yung growth niya hanggang ngayon. Parang siya, stable na slow growth. Ganyan. So, na-sell down din siya pero yung selling pressure sa kanya hindi siya gano'n kabigat compared kay BDO, BPI. Kasi eto, up until today, di ba, nagtitrade pa rin siya below its book value of 90 pesos. Grabe ka naman, no? 90 would be its all-time high. Na yung dalawa na yun, nag-all-time high na yon before sila mag-correct. Eto, wala pa eh. And then you have China Bank na ito yung parang nagre-accelerate yung growth niya na nakikita ko. So kapag nagre-accelerate yung growth nito, baka ganun din mangyari sa BDO and BPI. Eventually ayan 18.3 biglang naging 20.2 na naman, no? Tupit na bangko eh. Ito yung mga bangko na nasa mid cap, small cap. Kanya-kanya silang storya eh. Kanya-kanya silang trajectory. Pero yung mga bangko ngayon na more on consumer lending yung kanilang profile, sila yung nag-grow at the expense of their asset quality na papangit, okay? So ito yung sector earnings summary nila na lahat ng bangko except for UBP are growing. BDO, BPI, CBC, Swiss Bank, pinakamataas ay RCB kasi siguro pangit yung pangit siguro yung Q3 niya last year kaya sobrang laki ng tinalon. Same thing with maybe PNB. So si UBP lang yung nag-decline. UBP dati itong nasa main index nalaglag na. And ang daming issue ng bangko na yan. Pangit din ng kanyang asset quality. Parang persistent yung kanyang yung kanyang pangit na asset quality kahit ilang provision yung ginagawa niya. Ang layo ng problema ng bangko na yan, okay? So, banking results are steady and are still on track to meet our estimate 6% to 7% growth. Pero yung 6 to 7% growth na yan, hindi yan enough for BDO, especially BPI. Kasi nga, both of those banks are being traded at a premium right now. So, kailangan double digit talaga tong dalawang to. Otherwise, di ba? Sell down to. Book value na ito ngayon. So, book value niya is 89 lang 180 na 89. Dito pa 89 no? Diba? So, if you are a BPI holder and mag-slow down tong bangko na to next year, you're done. Kabahan ka na, okay? Joke lang. So, loan growth softened to 12.1% in 3Q. What's driving the slowdown? Should investors worry about loan demand for 2026? Actually, pag pupunta ngayon sa mga mall, di ba, ang daming nag-offer ng credit card. So, gumagawa sila ng adjustment. Yung mga, at least yung mga malalaking bangko, no? Aggressive sila ngayon sa consumer. Mga consumer loans, credit card, blah blah blah. And pumipitik yung ngayon yung unemployment rate. Pa dumami mangutang, di ba? Kapag nag-continue na dumami yung unemployed, magsiutangan yung mga yan. Together with the slowdown ng economy, until hindi sila makapagbayad, and then doon na mayari yung mga bangko. Ang ganyan naman lagi cycle ng mga bangko. Okay. So, loan growth and NIM table. Pinakamalakas pa rin si ABC malakas East West Bank. Parang halos lahat double digit. UBP negative, no? Ang pumapatos. Hirap talaga yung bangko na yun. Dami niyang problema eh. Feeling ko baka bilang na araw niyan eh. May pag-merge na yan eh. Or benta niya yung bangko niya eh. Kamali ata yung Aboitiz na pasukin yung na yan eh. Yung banking sector na yan. Consumer loans now make up a bigger share of bank portfolios. What risks and opportunities do you see in this shift? Wala, pag consumer loan, puro lang yan eh. May opportunity siya in the short term, pero long term, talagang risky ang consumer loans, no? Marami talagang hindi magbabayad dyan. okay yung ire-report nila na profit growth in the short term, pero long term, di ba? Talagang risky yan. Lalo na pag nagbabasa-basa ako sa ano, yung mga forum sa Reddit, yung mga ano, yung mga threads ng mga mangungutang, katakot-takot yung mga utang ng mga ano na yun eh, hindi nila binabayaran. Nagdadamayan sila paano magbayad ng utang eh. Grabe. So, consumer loans as percent of total. So, BDO 25, mababa pa yan. BPI 30%. CBC 24, East West Bank. So, pag nag-slow down yung economy, alam mo na kung sino tatamaan. Di ba? MBT, 22%. Kaya quality ang MBT eh. Hindi siya ganun ka-reliant sa ano, sa tawag nito, sa consumer banking. So, PNB 8.7, SECB 33%. Pero in-acquire nila yung Salmon, di ba? Katakot-takot din yun sa ano, pagpapautang, and UBP 60%. So pag nagkaroon ng economic slowdown, alam mo na kung sino yung tatamaan una dito. Ayan o, East West Bank tsaka UBP. On the opportunity side, the banks are now expanding in provincial areas where they say they're growing faster than Metro Manila. So parang property sector lang din, no? May mga kang matatap na customer outside Metro Manila. And syempre, paunahan sila dyan. Okay. All banks posted net interest margin expansion despite falling rates. So ilan na yung ngayon? Parang 4 point something na lang. Na siguro, baka hindi sila agad nag-adjust, di ba? Eventually, baka mag-adjust din sila. Doon na matatamaan yung kanilang mga margins. So, net interest margin. So, natural lang na mataas yung margin ng mga ano, di ba? Mga consumer loans. Parang tatadta din ka dyan ng interest. Pero, on that sector or on that part of banking, syempre, madaming hindi nagbabayad yan. Yun yung ano, yun yung pang-offset nila, yung tadtarin ka ng ano, daming interest payment kasi yung iba hindi naman talaga magbabayad. Okay. During the first 9 months, banks pre-provision profit were quite strong, but this was offset by faster growth of provisions, pulling down median profit growth to only 6.4%. What kind of profit growth are you expecting in 2026? I don't know eh. No? Kanya-kanyang adjustment yung gagawin ng mga bangko dyan. And again, depende kung gaano kahina yung ano, consumer next year and yung Philippine economy. Okay, BBM, anong gagawin natin? Factoring in earnings growth and valuations, which banks are your top picks and why? Kapagita ba rito? Diba? Hindi ate eh. So wala dito pero pinakinggan ko and ang pinaka-top picks pa nila is the big three, no? BPI, BDO, MBT. Kasi ano, nag-pullback daw sila. Para sa akin, no, I think iwasan ko si ano yan. Okay. Iwasan ko si BPI tsaka BDO. Kasi malaki yung downside risk nila kapag nag-slow down sila next year. Again, because they are trading at a premium. Meanwhile, MBT, kahit mag-slow down ng MBT, ano pa ba nagtitrade na siya at a very low valuation. At a very cheap price to book. Kasi si MBT, kapag bigla siyang nagkaroon ng surprise, no, from slow growth, biglang mas malakas siya mag-grow ngayon compared kay BPI tsaka kay BDO, mas malaki yung upside potential niya eh. Meanwhile, BPI and BDO, kailangan mong i-expect na mag-grow sila ng mabilis. Otherwise, I think, matatanggalan sila ng premium and continue silang isa-sell down next year. However, kung re-acceleration of growth lang yung yung case ba't ka bibili ng bangko next year, I think CBC na. Di ba kasi siya yung na-sell down ng malupit. Nasa ngayon, na ba na ito? Book value niya sa ngayon is 68. Ayan so na-sell down na siya ng malalim such that nagre-trade ulit siya below its book value and yung growth nito, obviously it's growing faster than BPI this year. And yung ROE nilang dalawa hindi nagkakalayo. Okay. And of course, aside from the big three, baka may mga potential opportunities din na nasa nasa mid cap index lang or mga nasa small cap.